You might be wondering, Jonathan, where is Franklin County? That's a great question. So today I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour of what all Franklin County has to offer and the surrounding areas. At the end of the video, I'm going to have a market analysis or some market material for you so you have an understanding of what you're looking to buy, how much you can afford, what the going rates are in the area for a medium household, as well as if you're looking to sell, what you could potentially sell it for if you live in Franklin County. And that all starts right now. So here we are, guys. This is Franklin County as a whole. Looking at maps here. Franklin County consists of 3 or 4 big towns, mostly 3 big towns. Chambersburg, and I call them towns because they're all about Chambersburg is a city. That's over 20,000 people. Waynesboro down here is, a smaller town or a bigger town, small city. Greencastle, same thing. And we have Mercersburg over here. Very little town, not many people there at all. I think it was 5,000 or so, maybe even less than that. So this area here, and going up into the Shippensburg area a little bit, is Franklin County. It does a little weird cutoff here and comes down into here and then over to Blue Ridge Summit and then cuts back up and over South Mountain here. So this is the area of Franklin County as a whole. Zoom out here and you can kind of get a gauge as to where we're at in Pennsylvania. So as Pennsylvania here, outline right here, right? So we're in south central Pennsylvania. So we're about 2 hours from Philly. We're about an hour and a half from Baltimore, another hour and a half or so from Washington, D.C. And then we're about 3 hours from Pittsburgh, if I did the math right. And then we're right here at Harrisburg, our capital. We're about an hour away from all things in Harrisburg, Hershey, Mechanicsburg, and then you have New York, 3 hours away from New York here, Allentown, State College, and then let's see if there's any other areas. Oh, Buffalo, where's Buffalo out of here? So Erie, and you got Buffalo up here. So it's about a 2.5, 3 hour drive to Buffalo and Niagara Falls. Me and my wife and kids made my family actually, we all made the travel to Niagara Falls last year. Great weekend. Haven't seen the Niagara Falls, you should. It's a beautiful sight. So that's us in a whole. That's where we're at. Of course, we're around the border of Maryland, Hagerstown, Frederick, about a half hour from Frederick, if you're familiar with that area. About an hour from Cumberland, and then heading into West Virginia. We're fairly close to a lot of West Virginia, Winchester, Virginia, pretty close to. So again, we're right in this area. You're about an hour drive from a lot of things, hour and a half drive from a lot of different areas. So again, you're living a rural life in South Central Pennsylvania, yet you have a ton of options to go to outside of Franklin County. So getting back into Franklin County here, you have the towns of Waynesboro, Greencastle, Chambersburg, and Mercersburg are your biggest 3 areas. You head up to Shippensburg. Part of Shippensburg is a little funky because some of it's in Cumberland County and some of it's in Franklin County. So I believe the college sits in Franklin County, or Cumberland County, and then the bottom half of the county, or bottom half of the town sits in Franklin County. So let's go into Waynesboro. Let's deep dive into Waynesboro here, kind of see what they're all about. So Waynesboro is currently where I live, where I reside. Great town. Right now it's 4th of July, and they're actually doing a parade. They had a 5K this morning, and then a kids 4K. So they have a lot of events when it comes to different holidays. They have a lot of different events going on. I think there's a Women in Needs walk where men will walk in heels. Funny. They go down to the local pub and then they turn around and come back. It's about a block. It's funny, fantastic. So Waynesboro puts on a lot of different things. It's a great small town to be involved with. So there's a lot of different things here, and let's see some restaurants here. So let's see what restaurants they got going on. They have a bunch of them. So Red Run Grill is a great family restaurant. You sit down and eat in the Powerhouse, which is like another diner. Royal Family Restaurant, again, another type of diner. A lot of diners in this area. Not bad, but I mean, they're good. Yeah, a lot of fast food like your Wendy's, Hardee's, the Velvet Cafe, another type of diner. It's a little different, little better food, I would say, but it's still another diner type. You got your Macoro's Pizzeria, you get your Frank's Pizza. So, I mean, you got a lot of pizza options in here because there's another one here. Where's it at here? You get the Waynesburger here. To me, this is a staple in Waynesboro. Get the Waynesburger. They have a lot of gyros, subs. They do chili. They were involved in some chili cook-offs and actually won a couple of them back back in 2012, 2013, 14. So that's a staple in my opinion right here. Waynesburger is a great place to eat, fairly inexpensive. So they do a lot of good stuff in there. Let's see, let's get out of there. So you do have a hotel. You have a couple hotels. You have a Martin's. You come out to Rouserville. There's a Lowe's, a Walmart, and then you go up the hill a little bit and you hit Blue Ridge Summit. This is up the mountain. There's a big mountain here. So it's a little bit more rural, but if you're into the mountain setting, there are a lot of good neighborhoods, a lot of good houses up here that you can take a look at and get involved in. So right here overlooking the rest of the county is High Rock, which is right outside Pennsylvania here. It's in Maryland. So it's right past Rouserville. You take a couple roads out. There's a big park right here beside it, or a little ways down the mountain from it, which is a great park for your kids to go to. There's zip lining. There's a lot of different swings and like a lot of different areas for the kids to run around and have some fun in, pavilions for families to have family gatherings, that kind of stuff. So this is a great area for kids to go to, and it's awesome. And I had a clip here, and you can see how awesome the views are. It's just a fantastic view, and just nice 15, 20 minutes just to get up there and kind of look and just appreciate where we're at. It's an awesome location. So moving back up into the Rouserville area, you have your Walmart, you have the Waynesboro Country Club, and then your Fishing Game Association. So there's a lot of fishing in the area, and right down, let's see here. So Red Run Grill, and then you have your Red Run Park right here. There's a pond right here that a lot of people love to go fishing at. So it's a great fishing location for you if you're an avid fisher. There's a lot of other places, but this is a good place. It's right beside the park. Your kids can go have fun when you go fish and do all that. So going into, so there's your your Walmart, your Lowe's, and you have your Country Corner Market. There's a lot of markets in the area, which is fantastic. A lot of local meats that you can get. Going back to your country club. So this is your main route. Route 16 that drives right through Waynesboro, and then taking Waynesboro all the way out through Zollinger, Wayne Castle, Shady Grove, and then all the way into Greencastle. So 16 takes you east and west all the way through Franklin County. If I zoom out here, so you have 16 through Waynesboro, all the way through Greencastle, all the way out to Mercersburg, and then it continues all the way into McConnellsburg there. So let's zoom into Greencastle, see what we got here. So Greencastle has we have 81 driving right through it, and then 11 going right through it. So 81 is a very popular highway to take. It's a 2-lane highway. I mentioned in one of my last videos that your local traffic, this is a problem with your local traffic. If this gets backed up anywhere from, Maryland all the way up, to Chambersburg, anywhere in there, this entire area gets backed up pretty heavily because the next alternate place that you can go to is you can take 11. So people will take this exit, take 16 all the way into 11, and take 11 south or 11 north, try to avoid the accidents and stuff that happen on 81 on a consistent basis. So at busy times, or if there's an accident, these roads will get pretty heavily, populated, and it can be kind of a headache. But after that, it's a great location. So Shady Grove is where you have Manitowoc Cranes. I don't know, who's all familiar with Manitowoc Cranes, but Manitowoc Cranes provides to the entire world. They ship out cranes everywhere. So it's a very big job offering here. A lot of people love to get jobs here. They hire a lot of temps and then hire them on. They're always hiring. They're always doing something involving, hiring people, job fairs, that kind of stuff. So they're always looking for people to come and be hired on. So it's a great, and they pay very well. This is a great place to work, and it's very close to, Greencastle, again, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, and then, down into Hagerstown, Maryland. So moving in town, there's also a lot of, there's a big truck stop here, and there's a lot of fast food restaurants right here for you available. So that's a great location to eat. And then you have Greencastle High School, some good neighborhoods here. In town is very beautiful. There's trees that line both sides. Wintertime is great. They're trees full of snow, which is never a bad thing to see. Can be kind of frightful if they get heavy and snap, but it's just a beautiful sight, right? And going all the way down through town. Backing out here, you got food line distribution. You do have some other warehouses here that are being built. Again, right down 1181, there's a lot of warehouses in these areas being built that are constantly hiring for jobs all the time. So there's always jobs in this area. And there's a lot of great locations to stay in. State Line is a great area all the way out through here. It's very rural, but there are a lot of good communities. These two here are very good communities in the neighborhood. This one over here is a very good community neighborhood right in here. So you're looking at very good, well-made houses, good communities, and there's a lot of options, not to mention you're very close to 81 and 11. It's actually 11 that splits here and goes out into these neighborhoods. So you can hit 11 and go straight down to 80 or straight down to Hagerstown, or again, go up into Greencastle. Taking a look at the restaurants in Greencastle. So there are some really good ones. Lizzie's is one of the best ones they have in Greencastle. I should say that you can order from and have delivered, as well as you can go and sit down. One of your best restaurants, and a lot of people might argue with this, and that's fine. But you have B-side. This is a funny one. You got B Street, you got B-side, and there's Behind. And there's one's a nice restaurant, and one is a Pints and Pies, which is pizza and beer. And then there's a Behind, which hasn't opened yet, that is going to serve. I don't know exactly what they're going to serve, actually. I forget what they're going to serve, but there's another one opening up on the backside of it, which I think is just another small little bar there. But again, at your fast food pizza joints, Hardee's, and then going back out to here, you have all your fast food, Burger King, McDonald's. There's a Countryside where the truck stop is. Right here is the truck stop. You get your Countryside, which isn't bad. Dunkin', and then go down into down 11, John Allison's Public House. This is probably one of the best restaurants there besides Mikey's Pizza. Mikey's Ice Cream. Mikey's Ice Cream is great. They have Hershey's Ice Cream, but they also are a restaurant and have a lot of good food there too. So these two places right here are very good. So going up into Chambersburg. Chambersburg is a much bigger city, again, or town, if you want to call it that. It's right on the border of city and town with the population. But Chambersburg kind of extends out a little bit here, but the main drive through here is 30. This takes you all the way into Chambersburg, which also takes you all the way out. If you follow that all the way out, it takes you into Gettysburg, and then it'll take you into, if you keep on that, it'll take you into York. So again, in here, you have a lot of main drives that will take you into different areas, but this will take you all the way out through York. Gettysburg is only about a half hour away from here. So another great location, again, very close to bigger areas, Gettysburg, York, those kind of places. So Chambersburg is another one of those areas where you have a lot of restaurants. So the restaurants here, let's see what we're at here. But you have a lot of different places, Applebee's, Akai. You'll have your smaller mom and pop pizza shops. The Cottage is a great place. Let's see here. Montezuma's. Stoner's is like a diner place, which is actually very good there. I mean, it's a very good place to eat there for lunches sometimes. So you have a bunch of different restaurants in the area of Chambersburg. Again, it's a bigger area, so there's a lot of restaurants here. Some more expensive than others. So you have your fine dining. Cooper Kettle is a very nice restaurant, good food. So if you're looking for a good, and actually the Orchards is too. So if you're looking for good food, it's a little bit more expensive. These are definitely top 2 places for me. You have your other, you have your fast food restaurants and your restaurants that aren't so expensive. So you have those available to you as well. Again, Chambersburg has 30 running through it, and so it runs you all the way into Gettysburg and then back out to York. So again, great area there. So this is just a little bit of the lay of the land for Franklin County, just to kind of show you a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit of Mercersburg. There's not a whole lot in Mercersburg. Mercersburg is really out there in the rural setting. So again, 16 running all the way through, and then it turns into 416 and then 16 back out. And then you have James Buchanan up here. You have McDonald's is the only fast food restaurant in there, but you have Food Lion, and you have some really nice neighborhoods out here though. So Upton area, you have right before you hit Upton, where you have Lizzie's here, and you go into Greencastle. You have a very good Rolling Hills community, which is a very nice community, and it's growing all the time. They're constantly building. I think they're starting to build out this way a little bit, build out this way a little bit more. So they're constantly building, and there's a really great neighborhood right over here. Some really nice houses as well. So again, rural, but you're very close to a lot of different areas. Hagerstown, Frederick, York, Gettysburg, Pittsburgh. So yeah, this is just a little bit of lay of the land. Now we're going to take you into the market. Let's see how the market is. So this is the market statistics from our Bright MLS. And I just did it over the last 2 months. So here you can see May and June. And listed units in June was 164, and May there's 134, totaling to 48 million and 36 million. So your median list price was 275 in June and 490, sorry, in May. So moving over to your units sold, they're sold about 100 and 105 in the 2 previous months, and with 111 pending in each month. So the market is not very good with listings at the moment, which I think is basically everywhere at the moment. It's just there's not enough listings, but the days on the market, that makes the days on the market very short. So May was 27, which is still not very long, less than a month. And then June, that kind of died down even more. So your average days on market was about 23 days. So May through June, your average sold was 102.5. So there's 102 or 103 listings sold. Your average sold price was 281, and your median was 257. So this number here is the one that you really want to focus on. This is what if you're listing it, that's pretty much what you're going to be getting. Obviously, that's just a median. If you're a nicer house, more different fixtures and granite countertops, it might sell for more. Bigger lot, bigger house. Smaller house, fixtures not very good, it might sell for a little bit less. So this is the current month inventory is 177, which I'm going to tell you right now is very, very low. Usually in Waynesboro and or Chambersburg by itself, there's way over 100. So this is extremely low. We're looking for listings all the time. So if you are watching this video and you are thinking about selling and you're in Franklin County, I know you have to find a place to go, but you might want to sell soon to get top dollar. I don't know when the market's going to go down, if it's ever going to go back down. I don't believe it's going to go back down. So this is kind of where we're at the moment. So looking over to your average list price, again, your average list price is pretty high, but what you're going to be selling for is a little bit less. And this is your list price here, but your list price $299. Your average list price is $391, but your median list price is about what you're going to be selling it for, based on what we're selling it for. And there's only 6 new listings so far in the first couple of days of July, which is not the greatest. We have anywhere, again, inventory now is 177. We usually have more as 182 last year, and that was still low last year. So if I go years past, it'll say, 200-300 listings very easily. So this is just a little bit of lay of the land, or the little bit of a idea as to what we're listing properties for at the moment, how much we're listing, how many we're listing, because the lack of listings right now is driving this price up all the time. So let's move into, this is a list of all the most expensive and least expensive houses in all. This is actually a list of all the houses in Franklin County. So I wanted to kind of show what we're looking at the moment. So this is the least, or the lowest listing that we have currently available in Franklin County, and it's a mobile, actually, very close to my house. This is actually my in-laws actually own this mobile home park. There's a couple listed here but there's a couple listed in Coketown in the community where my in-laws own. So there's a couple mobiles here, and they're very nice mobiles. So they're looking to sell, but these are the lowest listing properties on the market at the moment. All a bunch of mobiles, and they're still pretty expensive mobiles. So this is just an indication that even a mobile is pretty expensive at the moment. And here's a couple more to show you. Again, we're still looking at mobiles. Mobile here, on land, so it's a little bit more expensive. And there's a duplex in Waynesboro. Another mobile here for $125,000. I mean, prices are just astronomical. It's crazy what we're looking at the moment. But here is the most expensive property, and this one's been up for a while now. So this is a very nice property. I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it is extremely nice. But it's going to be sitting for a bit. I'm not sure how many people around here have $7.5 million. But it's a very nice property. Let's see. I mean, look at the stairways. I mean, good grief. That's a great walk-in shot right there. I mean, right into the sitting room. I mean, dual stairway here. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful property. Very classic. And look at this. That table. Look at the hood. That's just a great looking property. So again, another property there. Moving down, look, 6,000 or 6 million less. Another great property here, stone front property. It's great. This one has some acreage to it too. This is something that actually I explored myself. I actually had a couple that was interested in this and went through. It's a very nice property. It's all, I think it's original plaster inside. So, and the balcony is great. It has farmland to it. Yep, there we go. There's the farm stacks. So and this was all filled with hay at the moment, but I mean, it's a great, look at, there's all the hay, all your cows. So there's farmers who rent this right now, but it's a great property. You can't, again, you have your acres here, so you can subdivide this into different lots if you'd like to. But this whole property here I walked all of it. It's all beautiful. It's a great location. So going into another one here, 1.2. So again, you can kind of get the idea as to where we're at here. We have very high listed properties here, but most of them come with acreage. This one has 5.75 acres, but it's also 4,000 square feet. So again, if you're looking at this price, you're gonna get a nice house, but you're gonna get a lot of acreage with it as well. So that's just kind of what we are here with the rural area. We have a lot of land that comes with a lot of these houses. Taking a look at this house here. This is a nice property here. I don't think I've seen this one yet with the balcony or with the porch here. I like that. I love that wraparound porch there. It's beautiful. So again, you can see some of the acreage in the back there though. So again, a big lot here. See how many acres come with this one. So just 1.5 acres. That's actually less than I thought it was going to be. So, but a big, nice house. So those are some of the least expensive and most expensive houses in the area.
So that's it, guys. That's the tour of Franklin County. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and all the information I provided today. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please leave them in the comments. If you'd like to get a hold of me, I'll leave all my links down below for you. You guys can reach out to me anytime. I'd love to answer any of your questions. Until next time.